Okay guys, so who actually has proper discipline towards their trading? The percentage of people watching this video who are 100% disciplined in their trading is probably quite slim. And there are numerous reasons behind this, but I feel like the main reason is people feel like trading is kind of a get-rich-quick scheme. They think it's an easy way to make money. I'm just going to tell you now, this isn't the case. So if you are 50%, 60%, 70% focused on trading, just quit. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about what you actually need to be focused on the most to actually get the results you're looking for in your trading. I'm not going to say the cliche things like, oh, make sure you backtest, make sure you look at the charts this many hours a day. That all depends on your style of trading, how many trades you've actually tested previously, and it doesn't really help anyone. So I'm going to name 3 things that you actually need to do to become profitable. Number 1, journal absolutely everything. When I say absolutely everything, I mean everything. A lot of the times I'll ask a trader that's losing and they ask for help, where's your trading plan? Can I see your trading plan? Can I see your trading journal? They might be able to show me a 5 minutes put together a little trading plan, a little 5 bullet point list. I ask to see their journal, absolutely nothing. Or maybe they've put a few before and after chart screenshots. But this isn't really going to help you long term. Just seeing, oh, this is what happened before, this is what happened after, that's not great. I guess it could help you because you can look back and say, oh, this is where I entered before, this worked, this is when it didn't work. But it's not easy to look back and calculate data from that. Trading is all about collecting data on your strategy. If you have collected data and you know that your strategy is profitable over the past 2 years, you're going to have a lot more confidence in your trading, in actually entering trades, risking your own money, if this is the case. You're not going to be comfortable risking thousands of dollars if you don't actually know your strategy works. If you don't know the past 6 months have been profitable or not, how do you know with full confidence that this trade is worth taking? That this trade is actually worth risking your hard-earned money on? If that's you that enters a trade like, oh, should I enter? Should I risk my money? Should I do this? Then, this video kind of applies to you. You need to collect the data. You need to journal absolutely everything. One thing that I found really useful to me was entry and exit comments. So I journal with Edgewonk. There's a link in the description, an affiliate link if you want to sign up. But I've been using them for years anyway, if you look back on my channel, on my main channel. And it has this thing called tilt meter, so your weekly tilt. And you can comment on your entries, your trade management, and your exits. So if it's a good entry, I can mark that as good. Then that trade will be in the good side, in the green. If that entry was late or early, I can mark that as red. So you can quickly see each week, are you improving? Are you getting worse? Did you make more mistakes this week? More mistakes last week? But this is something you wouldn't actually be able to realize if you weren't journaling. If you weren't noting down, okay, my entry was a bit late, but I just wanted to get into the trade. You need to be able to see this. And by journaling, you can see quickly which trades was actually apparent. So you can quickly look back, okay, I've done that 3 times now. Did that win? Did that lose? Something to cut out your trading. So moving on to the second point, you need to know your risk. And I see a lot of people, they'll see me using my scaling plan. They'll be like, oh, I need to scale in my positions. I can pass prop firms quicker. Or, oh, it's pulling back a bit. I might just get into the trade again. Have you tested this? Again, it always comes down to the same thing. Have you got data on this? Have you tested that this works? If not, why are you doing it? Why are you scaling into a position if you've never backtested scaling into positions? If you don't know it works, why are you doing it? If you don't know the answer to that, sums it up really, doesn't it? But also, fixed risk, I feel like is the best way to trade because there's none of that, oh, maybe I should risk more on this one, maybe I should risk less on this one because I'm not as confident. Fixed risk kind of eliminates all those doubts when you're actually entering a trade. You know exactly 1% risk, boom, done. You don't have to think about, is this a higher quality setup? Should I risk more? I could do that. I could risk more on my high quality setups, but I feel like the ease of just using fixed risk, it works for me. It's worked long term. It's worked in my testing. It's worked live. Why change it? I have no reason to change it, so I'm not going to. Number 3, I wouldn't say it's the most important, but definitely important if you want to become a trader, is keeping your ego in check. A lot of traders, they'll have a few winning trades in a row, and they'll think they're the best trader. They'll think they are unstoppable. We've all been there. I've passed prop firm challenges in a matter of minutes. I think my record was 23 minutes or 21 minutes to pass an FTMO challenge. FTMO notoriously have the hardest challenges as well. And I passed this relatively quickly, and I thought I was the best trader in the world. I tried that again, and it failed. Blew the account. So, again, I was trading because of my ego. I thought, I could just add as much risk as I possibly want on this trade, and it'll work. I've done it before. I'm on a winning streak. I can't lose. You then up the risk. Again, like the previous point, I wasn't using fixed risk on the prop firm challenge, and it came back to bite me, and I ended up losing. And did I learn from that? Yes. Will I do that again? Absolutely not. But it was because I let my ego control my emotions in my trading. I let my mind tell me how confident I was to then adjust my risk. So it kind of brings us back to the second point as well. If you have fixed risk, you can't really let your ego come into play into the markets unless you are letting your ego make you enter more trades, which then obviously comes back to you're risking more because you're in more positions. The more trades you actually enter per month, the more risk exposure you are exposing yourself to. If you only enter 5 trades per month, you can only lose 5%. If you enter 30 trades per month, you could possibly lose 30% in a month. It's not likely to happen, but it is possible to happen that you could lose every single trade you actually enter. It's not something that I'd say a lot of traders would experience, but trading, we never know what's going to be the outcome of the next trade. So you have to be prepared for that. And these 3 points, if you have all of them active in your trading, then you are going to be one step closer to being profitable. If you're not doing any of those things and you implement them, let me know how you actually fare in the markets. I feel like one of those missing could be okay. Not ideal. I still feel like you will lose, but easy to improve on. 2 of them missing. It's getting a bit worrying now. All 3 missing. What are you even doing? What are you doing? You don't have a journal. You don't have fixed risk. You let your ego and emotions trade for you. You need to fix that. You need to notice your mistakes, which comes back to the journaling. You can't notice your mistakes with risk or ego if you're not journaling your positions. So journal. It will then make it easier to identify the other mistakes to lead you to profitability, which is what we're all aiming for.